Stephen Malero joining us from the Kings College Men's Ice Hockey Program here on the John Mendola Show. And Stephen, we spoke before, but hey, this is the real deal now. The season is just moments away. You guys are getting ready to kick it off, and I'm sure nobody's more excited than you and the guys that you've put together. But let's talk about what it's been like for you to put together a team. And then Jen's kind of gone through it as well, but what's it been like?
It's a process, I guess, and finding the right guys, going through the process and developing guys. But I think starting out was how we want to structure the team, I guess, and how we want to build and start. I think we have a pretty good start right now from what we've seen. We've only been on the ice, a week, and then we had an exhibition yesterday, one tomorrow, and then regular season game Friday. But it's been a process. We got 25 guys. We have one guy down right now, actually already with an injury, but we're grinding away, and like I said, it's a process. So finding the right guys, working together, it's going well so far. It's a lot to get done in a week. It's kind of compressed in that 1 week, but it's going pretty good.
Guys from everywhere. It's big alphabet soup. Okay, let's see how this is all going to fit together. Talk about on your end, just getting out there and trying to say, okay, I think I got these guys are going to work well together. It's a big puzzle.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we kind of traveled all over North America. I got guys from as far west as Alberta, as far south as Texas, Florida, then a lot of guys from New England, New York, a couple PA guys, a couple New Jersey guys, Connecticut, kind of a good mix. So kind of getting out and traveling and watching these guys, you're putting a lot of miles, but last year was worth it definitely. I think we got a really good group of guys, really strong individuals, a lot of character. Culturally,
what do you think this does to the whole campus? Because now you got women and men playing ice hockey. You got people from Canada. You got people from Texas, California. It really is a lot different in the Kings College community. But it sounds like from what they're telling me that the student athletes are saying, hey, these other students we're in class with, they're interested. They want to come support us. They want to learn a little bit more about where I come from.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it definitely brings a different dynamic to the campus. I think that was part of the reason too of bringing hockey, because there's so many different angles you come in on. But there's a lot of guys from a lot of different areas. I think Kings College was always Northeast, PA, New Jersey. You get a couple of kids maybe from New York or up in Connecticut, but now that we've expanded, I know Jen's brought in a lot of girls as well from Western Canada and California even. So it just brings a whole new dynamic, and I think Kings really builds a lot of relationships. There's a lot of kids on campus that you get to know everybody. There's only 2,300 students on campus, and everyone's you got to support your own people. So I think that's part of the biggest thing, and getting our guys out to watch all the other sports is huge too, because then they want to come watch us. So it's a really good relationship right now, and building that culture on campus and the community and doing things like this definitely helps our program.
You're not too dependent on the weather, but you're dependent on ice time, which, if you talk to anybody who's trying to get ice time here in this area, it can become quite challenging. Talk about working that out with the schedules of the student athletes.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was we have 21 freshmen. 21 freshmen, 4 transfers this year, so those 21 freshmen, we can't really move all the class times. So it's been a little bit of a challenge, but it helps the guys too. Guys have to leave practice early, but there's only a couple rinks in the area, so where we're at right now in Revolution, they've been great with us and working with times. The school's done all they can as well to work with those times to get everyone maximize the amount of players and the amount of ice we can get. But it's a lot different than back home where I grew up, where there's a rink every couple miles. You have a rink. It's pretty wild to be here, and there's like 2 rinks in a 50-mile radius or something like that. So.
You come from a big family, so talk a little bit about what it was like being you growing up and how hockey kind of happened in your life.
Yeah, it's a different story, I guess. I was the first one, I think, in my whole family, family to play hockey. Mom was a skater growing up. My mom basically signed me up for hockey. She was a figure skater competitively growing up, and she was kind of the big influence, kind of just signed me up into it. My brother played, wasn't as competitive as I was, but my sisters, I got 2 sisters. One older, one younger. My brother's younger. Growing up in a household of four kids, everybody's going all over the place. I think me, hockey-wise, I was a kid that grew up and played hockey competitively. I left early from high school, moved away from home when I was 17 years old to a prep school, and that was different to not be with family all the time, but obviously they're supportive. They're all coming out to the game on Friday, I think, so most of them, I think, that they can get out. We're trying to get everybody down. Some people got to work sometimes, but I got a great family. I got a great support system, and they've supported me since, obviously, my family since I was a kid, and they're still super excited for the season. I got them all texting me the last couple of days, asking me how things are going. And my phone has been going off the hook the last couple of days, especially yesterday with the exhibition and how's it going. And family wants to know first, and they're obviously really important to me. So
we've talked to other coaches, and of course, first-year football programs at Misericordia in recent years.
Yep.
What do you think we're going to get out of a first-year ice hockey program, and just trying to be competitive and knowing that a lot of these programs may be seasoned and have a lot more experience?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is to be competitive. Our league is really strong. We have some teams right now that are, top 10 in the country every year. So it's a great experience for our guys, but it also gives them the perspective of where we need to be. So I think starting from the ground and building, we've already done a ton of video practice. It's a lot to squeeze in, like I said, but I think when the guys see the level of play, it's going to ramp everybody else up. And you want to be competitive year one. I can't say wins, losses. We played 25 games. Our goal is probably to make playoffs, be one of those top 6 teams in playoffs, and then kind of build from there.
Stephen Malero here on the John Mendola Show from the Kings College Men's Ice Hockey Program. Coach, great to see you, and the best of luck in the opener.
Thank you very much for having me.
Tommy Green joining us from the Kings College Men's Ice Hockey Program here on the John Mendola Show. And Tommy, talk about how you found Kings.
Well, after high school, I played 3 years of junior hockey, and this past year I was playing for the Connecticut Oilers, and it's pretty close to home. It's only 15 minutes away, so I didn't have to travel and bill it with a family. So I played there this past year, and Coach Malero saw me at a showcase. I talked to him after, and after that, it was pretty much all up from there. I visited the campus. I loved it. Can't say anything but good about Coach Malero. He's a great coach, and pretty much the first time I talked to him, I had a good feeling about the school. So
let's talk about what you learned about yourself going from high school to playing some ice hockey for a few years, and now here you are, a little bit more of a mature freshman coming in.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different playing high school and then going on to juniors. I was 18 out of high school, and playing in a league with 21-year-old guys, it's a lot different. They're bigger, stronger, faster, so there's a big jump from high school hockey to junior hockey, but I think it definitely helped out playing against bigger guys. It's going to make you better playing against better competition, and I think that's definitely going to help out in my college game.
You play left wing, so talk about what we'll see on the ice from you this season.
Well, I love to put pressure on the points. Always ready to block a shot. I'd consider myself a pretty physical player. I like getting in on the forward check and just getting in front of the net, blocking shots, deflecting pucks in front of the opponent's net, and just being a good net front presence out there and playing the body.
Of course, you're getting to meet a lot of guys at Kings that are from all over the country, and maybe from a different country for that matter. What's it been like so far to get to know some of your fellow teammates?
It's been great. I mean, I think we have 5 guys from Canada, 4 guys from Texas. We have people from all over, so a lot of different personalities, which is a good thing. We've all been getting along really well. We've known each other for about 2 months, and they're all like brothers to me already. And you could tell it's going to help out on the ice too, that we all have each other's backs and we're all there for each other. So it's been great to get to know new people and just click with them right away. I think it's going to help out in the long run. Coach
Malero, let's talk a little bit about your relationship with him early and him with a first-year program and how he's kind of handled everything thus far.
Yeah, he's been great so far. I know he coached last year at Brockport. He was there for 2 years, I believe, and then he was at Manhattanville before, which are 2 great hockey programs. And he was also a great player. He played at Oswego and then played pro. So everything he says, we all take in because we know he knows what he's talking about, and it's definitely going to benefit us personally and as a team in the end. So learned a lot from him just in the last few weeks of practice, and looking forward to keep learning from him.
From what I'm gathering, there's a buzz on campus right now about both the men's ice hockey and the women's ice hockey programs. Talk about being in some classes or on campus and people running India and the conversations you guys are having.
Yeah, definitely when we first talk to people and we tell them we're on the hockey team, they get really excited. School has never had a hockey program before, so they're definitely all really excited about it. They all ask how old we are also, because for the most part we're all 21, so they ask about that, why we're all older, but they're definitely really excited. They're all asking when our first game is, and I think there's going to be a really great turnout our first game, so it's going to be exciting.
Tommy, great to catch up with you. Congratulations on being a member here of the first season, the inaugural Kings College men's ice hockey team. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Nicholas Palumbo joining us from the Kings College men's ice hockey program. And Nicholas, you find your way to Kings via Canada?
Yeah, kind of funny story, I guess. Coach Malero recruited me for Brockport 2 years ago out of juniors, and then I found my way over here over the past summer. So I like the transition so far. It's pretty good, and I'm psyched for the season.
Let's talk about your major at Kings. What do you study?
I switched to marketing. So far, it's not too bad. Subjects are okay. I like the professors a lot, so so far off to a good start.
How about the culture here at Kings, and of course the students, getting to know them, and it seems like that buzz about, hey, you're a hockey player? Really? That's pretty cool. I want to come check you out.
Yeah, I mean, switching from a bigger school, I guess, to a smaller school, a lot of the athletic teams know you. From, I guess they said the way we dressed or whatever was unique, but yeah, everyone's been supportive so far. We got a lot of good feedback from teachers and staff and stuff, so far so good.
You're a defender, so let's talk about what your job is and some guys on defense. Thus far, you've seen in practice that are doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's really working hard out there. New program, obviously, so we got to work on our new systems and whatnot. So D-zone, just got to work hard, find your guy, and play tough. Being one of the older guys on the team, I think that we, well, us as the older guys have to lead by example more so, and to be successful, I think that we're going to all need to have to step up and show what we got.
Talk about, again, it's a first-year program, but guys like yourself that maybe have a little maturity about you to talk to some of these younger guys about, hey, here's some things you should be doing, whether it's on the ice or off the ice, and just trying to carry yourself the right way.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the league for 2 years now, so nothing came easy, so it's just about reiterating hard work to all the guys and keeping up with their studies. A lot of them have played juniors for the last 2-3 years, so it's a little bit of a transition, but so far everyone is liking the way things are going here, so we're just going to keep going from there.
Let's talk about the goaltenders that you guys have. How many you have on the team right now?
There's 3, 1 transfer in and 2 freshmen. I think all of them are competing really hard in practice. They showed in our first exhibition game how capable they are of playing at this level, so it's going to be a good little test to see who's going to steal the job there.
As far as the expectations of the program and being a first year, you guys hope to be competitive. We don't know how many wins that's going to equate in, but I'm sure every day you feel like, okay, we got to win at practice. We got to win by doing these little things right. Talk about mentally how you're going to try to stay as sharp as you guys can.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is we don't want to get on each other when you make mistakes. Like new program, stuff's going to happen. So you just got to kind of roll with it and correct your mistakes early on in the season. I think that's going to be a big thing. Staying positive, and both coaches have done a great job of that in our first couple weeks of practice. So everything's looking forward here.
And talk about Tommy Green, your relationship with him and getting to know him a little bit and seeing what he's like and how he's helping with some of the younger players as well.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy, he's a big presence in the dressing room as well as on the ice. He's quite the character. A lot of the guys seem to take a liking to him. So he's a good role model for a lot of the younger guys. He brings a mature presence, and just happy to have him here.
Nicholas Palumbo, it is his first year at Kings, and of course he's with the men's ice hockey program. Nicholas, I wish you the very best.
Thank you.